Hi, remote. Some already friendly face. Oh, some of you are living in my pocket in the community hub. And yeah, that's a cool day because this is almost the end of the year. Yes, I'm strict about you guys. And this is the last webinar of the year, and so it's a very worldwide connection. While I'm in Lisbon, I don't know where are you from. You can put it in the chat. And my guest today is my good friend Kusuma. He's in Bali, the island of the gods. So that's gonna be a pretty cool show to end up this year very nicely. Hi, Stefan. Hi, Rodrigo. Hi, me. And of course, we have our best designer sponsor. So we're going to run this 1 hour session. And as usual, we'll start with some introduction for the newcomer about this community, about this event. So welcome into the remote community, Air Generation. Air stands for remote. Of course, we are a bunch of people from any generation, X, Y, Z. We just connected from our ability to work remotely or to work with a worldwide culture. Of course, this vibrant community is built not for the tools, but with the tools. And we're deeply support from Miro and Butter that make the magic happen today. And of course, you'll see the Sprint is the platform where all the playground is made. And of course, because it's the community event, you have the opportunity to be rewarded from your engagement. As you might notice, there is some emoji reaction on your Butter interface. If you're going onto the left side of your screen, you have a beautiful emoji, and you can start to share loves and reaction with us by any way possible. And of course, if you're on an Apple computer, you can, of course, have those standing sharing. And here, my good friend Isa, we have a strong Portuguese team, Kusuma, today. If you know how to speak Portuguese, I think you're gonna have some love. So from your engagement, as I told you, 3 of you will be rewarded from 30 euro. It's a bit more dollar. They can spend on the AirSpring template store. And of course, how we're going to do this, we're going to use the most advanced remote facilitation analytic platform that is on Butter. Every reaction, every chat, every heart you are sending will be tracked and recorded, and we'll know everything at the end. So that's something I'm using a lot after any workshop design sprint in a remote situation. And also in the webinar to improve, know where the people are dropping off, where the people are reacting the most. So Butter is all of this. If you're interested, of course, you will discover everything we can do with cool stuff remotely today. And because we're almost done with the introduction, are you ready for rock, guys? Thumbs ups, thumbs ups. I can also send you the balloon. Okay, Kusuma, I guess they're all waiting for you. Let me just introduce my friend Kusuma. He will be the creator for the next coming hour. And of course, I want just to close those beautiful cards. And Kusuma, if you're okay, I would just spotlight you for the rest of the team. Can I take a spot aside you? Of course I can, because we're on Butter. And so before you're dropping, Kusuma, that's, maybe a short introduction. So basically, you're a mentor and you're a learning facilitator. I guess almost everybody know you're in Bali, and there's maybe many friends like Nati that could join this meeting today. You're from the Learning Society, and before that, you have made a lot of. You're, I guess, the guys that share the most his experience in the community, bringing decade of experience in business development and in education technology. You have been formerly at the Apple Developer Academy. It's where we start to meet together. And you have, transformed a lot of business in Asia, but also from your expertise in agile and leaderships, product innovation, professional skill development. So you're almost, I think, one of the most visible mentor at the Apple list in Asia. So congratulations for you. I think that's a very recent achievement. And of course, we met from workshops, webinar, designing products together. And we had this idea like, it would be wonderful if we can make something together for the world. And this something was made possible thanks to Clotilde, that here in the attendees. Thank you, Clotilde. Congratulations. And we have prepared for you a wonderful retrospective experience, including the Asian wise culture. So we are here today for that. And my first question for you, Kusuma, can you just present yourself and maybe share an interesting or fun fact about yourself?
Yeah, thank you so much, Boris. As always, this is most exciting time for the end of the year, and I'm been honored because we've been talking for a long time, right, Boris? And finally, it's happened today. A bit about myself. Previously, I was in industry for 10 years as a business developer, business development, and in various startup consulting company, including Google Launchpad, and also with Apple Developer Academy, and recently for 4 years. And during that time, actually, I carried shifting to this facilitation for almost couple of years back, 3 years, I guess. And I found out beauty in teaching and learning. That's why I help a lot of young developers, young designers to develop their application to reach more audience outside there, to creating impact. And this is also helping me to get rich by Boris, because we saw a lot of products that happening. We share knowledge each other, and thank you for the loss. Yes, this is a great moment for us to share. Now back to you guys, to the community. I think our generation starting growing big now. I really appreciate that opportunity, Boris. But thanks. I hope this session will be beneficial for you all.
You really make my day. It's wonderful to see how those collaborations start. Long time from now, and we're side by side now in facing this community wonderful setup. So, what's the most important professional milestone in your journey, Kusuma? Don't tell me it's about your wife and your recent move to Bali, but it can also be that if you want.
Yeah. I think this is an important part that we always need to reflect back for what kind of achievement or journey along the process. For me, I did a lot of mentoring, and then also the coaching training. It helps me to shape the mindset of looking forward, but we also reflect back at the same time. We need to digest the information in the present, but also what is the silver lining with the past and also in the futures. So it's important to understand that because we need to collaborate with for most of the people, with the various background and also maybe the skills. I teach this kind of T-shaped skills development in their career for the student, young engineers and young developers. They sometimes feel like I have already have a great expertise in coding, but eventually when you work, you need to collaborate with the other designers and then collaborate with the business people or maybe product people, so you can develop an impactful product, impactful outcome that you wish. It's similar to us, like how we can leverage our skills, reflect our strength by doing a reflection. Which one I want to move forward? Which one I want to focus on the next steps. So it's important to have a focus and then collaboration, understand the collaboration, and always have a zero expectation. You need to like empty your glass to learning something. So always remember to make a space for you to accept new information, new knowledge, something like that. Boris, I think.
That I think, yeah, make time, make space for collaboration. That's something that's, yeah, that may be the reason why we get in touch, you and me. And I was really, really, on one side, I was amazed in this 2025, sorry. I just realized from my European point of view, how starting to work with the US just blew my mind in terms of, being remote and, everything that just appears in Europe with the COVID, like, hey, you can work from your home, it's possible. While the people in US were like, what? We're making that for 20 years right now. And I'm super curious to see how every part of the world have different culture. And for you, Kusuma, are you more likely working at home? Are you working in distributed team in different country, or are you a physical worker? Like, I always see a different background with sometimes many people. So what's your behavior on working with remote?
Yeah. Formerly, I was on site, always on site in the venue because I need to teach in the studio or classes. But now, because I starting my own consultant education consultation company, are more into facilitation, learning facilitator. I found a great way to do a remote jobs or remote setup. During the COVID, it's me thriving while I was teaching all the time in the video conference, and I'm really proud that I have this great support tools like Miro and also Butter. They really helps me a lot to deliver a great experience in learning. Therefore, at this moment, I was advocating to more people how you can start your remote workshop, remote facilitation to reach outside world, not just in your specific community, but it's endless beyond the internet. So everyone now gather here. This is become like a common habit for everyone. I think remote, one of the beautiful things that we discovered during the COVID, actually.
Yeah, I think it has superpower to be here and there. So basically, also my mind blow on the last remote workshop in the community. I was like, uh, formally on an APAC time zone workshop, and we have those guys from Vietnam, and I had these guys from Amsterdam and from Copenhagen, and at the same time I had one lovely person. She didn't knew we had the same every month for a different time zone. So she was like in Uruguay, and she was connected at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
But she just joined the workshop, and we were like from Vietnam to Uruguay, value chain of people working together to learn and share and experiment. So that's the superpower being remote, and that the fuel of the air generation is. I spent my life working for a French company based in France, and being in France and moving, a small step in Portugal, and the world just opened. But of course, without Miro, it's not because of Miro, but without all those collaborative tools, those remote collaboration doesn't exist. I really appreciate at this time of at this time of the interview also to know a bit more about the participant, because you're on mute, and Said Saduk won't say better than I, but this is a webinar, so you don't have the choice. But here, because we're on Butter, you have a place where you can start to share your situation. Are you a home office lover, as most of the remote generation participants are, or are you more just remote worker working with worldwide team in the distributed team? Are you a digital nomad? I also have a very, very nice situation for March in Romania, entering in the community. If you want to make a 1 week retreat in the wonderful place in Romania, it will be released next week on our community app. Or are you not remote at all, and maybe you just fall into the Miro webinars, community webinars? So it's up to you. We still have a small tic-tac minute before we go. Personally, I love to feel myself a bit as a home office, because this space is just my wife calls this my Groot. But I really enjoy now traveling a lot in Spain or in Portugal and be connected everywhere. So yeah, we have a lot of remote worker today, and it's actually beating it's beating the home office. So let's close this poll. You can see, remote worker for today, and I have Loma. Nice to meet you. You're from Bali, and you're also a digital nomad. I like to have you in the hub, and we can speak about this. So as you can see, also on Better, all those polls can really enhance your remote session, and all the results are in the chat if you want to follow up. So let's get back a bit to you, Kusuma. What we already spoke about, culture, border, blurring the line between, making the world very small. But how much the remote collaboration change or impact your world? Was it very different before the COVID, and after the COVID, this whole remote stuff?
Yeah, the distinct between the traditional, I think more into facilitation, right? So traditional workshop that previously we had before 2020 compared to today is really much different on how we approach the team and how we conducted collaboration. Obviously, there is a plus and minus in each part, but I would say this is a kind of a new form of innovative and transformative work setup, which is I can connect with the people no matter where they are, no matter with the time zone, even this is something that we also provided in kind of a tools. Um, it was work efficiently, so we don't have to like always have a meeting at in different time zone. Previously we always need to wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. just to follow the time zone from the headquarter in other countries. So we have feature like a recording now, and this is happening because of this kind of a collaboration need to be fulfilled, and the workshop become more efficient because of the tools itself. Even though like internet still the main concerns in each area is different, but how we navigate this kind of tools helping us to be more engaged. Like we can quantify, we can check on their engagement, whether they are focusing on the material, or maybe giving a feedback on the session, or we can assess kind of thing compared to the other. Because in the perspective of my work in the education, we need kind of a observation, like we did us deliver impactful material or lesson or not. So this is important, right? So this kind of remote setting help us a lot to find a way
Okay.
out to record that. Yeah.
And would you share with the attendees, maybe the tools and the collaborative tools you're using the most today?
Yeah, obviously, Miro is still the number one tools that we use a lot because it's more flexible to whether you are engineer, you are a designer, or even like a non technical person. This is very open for everyone. So it's really easy to use compared to the
Okay.
other tools.
There's nothing to deal with any kind of affiliation, of course. No, that's
We sponsor that Boris.
no, but we all have socks and t-shirt, and yeah, I will not display my panties on the screen, but the Miro is in our art, not just about the community, but yeah, we have. We have grown and we have crossed, the end of the world with that kind of platform, and we grow side by side together. So, yeah, it's almost natural. And speaking a bit about it, I'll be pleased to know what are the participants, what are the whiteboard solution the participants are using. Just see, like in this Miro poll, you can reply with more than one answer. Just put a word and add another answer, and so we will build a beautiful cloud of words at the end. Uh, Basically, next year we should change this whiteboard mentoring solution, because I know like Miro is now much more than just a whiteboard solution. And collaboration is not just like, hey, we have a note for you. And how many times I meet the people, whether on a Notion or on a Miro, where the people stand for a whiteboard, and after they start to work with you and say, wow, man, we have this table. Oh, man, we have the card from Jira. Oh, there's so much things the people just don't know. So we still have some people answering. Of course, Miro is still the biggest, but FigJam is not bad. We still have some answered, guys, if you want to participate. It's now, and yeah, a couple of more seconds, because I know the people, they just want to move to the playground. So yeah, let's end it up all our poll. And of course, you'll find that Miro is still the king in the whiteboard solution. Next year, we will explore maybe other kind of survey with the community. Now, before we are opening the playground, Kusuma, can you just introduce how this Zentrospective ID framework came to you?
Yeah. So this Zentrospective actually inspired by the Zen method that I studied during my works in the. I read some books about the Zen and practicing the Zen method. This is helping me to find a way to distress in the difficult situation, and then find a way to uh, overcome the challenge in every aspect of life. So when I try to find out a way, because most of the class that I conducted, they have a lost focus at some point. So they creating they collaborate to create a solution, or they like researching a material for finding a solution for their project. Then they lost focus on how to uh, collaborate again with their team. So this Zentrospective actually comes up because of that kind of problem that I found my students struggle with. So I try to create some of the activity for them to 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 help them to refocus, or maybe at the beginning before they started, because they come with the full of busyness in their life. I try to like, okay, now the time for us to get focused and uh, get yourself to empty yourself, and then get some knowledge here. So this is
That,
helping them.
that sounds pretty much a Z generation problem to have focus and
Yeah,
being aligned. But the more we are growing and the more we are connected on Instagram and everything, and the more
exactly.
and the less focused we are. So I think, an image. It was Napoleon that told that an image beats 1,000 of words. So let's move, guys, now to our time for the remote playground. Let's go. So as you might see here, you have a board integrated in a Butter. Most of you know that, but few of you don't know that a Miro board is not necessarily a link where the people they have to connect aside the video conference. So it's a great ability on Butter to be super flexible and integrate all those content at once. Because it's also my time, and I'll bring you to me in a 3, 2, 1 right now. My time to explain how fast and how great were the achievement in the community. We start with a couple of people like Kusuma or the creator from the Miro community. And in less than 6 months, we moved from monthly webinar to weekly newsletter. And right now we have opened on the December 2 a hub where all of you can connect. So if you want, you can still join this early bird hub until end of January. We have 100 spots. We are half on the way. So if you want to join, you just have to click on the join the hub. You have a small button, become a member. But anyway, I can put the link in the chat for later. Like this, you can just follow up those webinar, and you can engage with all the great connection all around the world. Right now, we're moving into the first stage of this playground. Kusuma, do you want to inquiry about meaningful connection with the team?
Yeah, I think this always become a big idea and big question for us. Why is it important to foster meaningful connection? Because everyone facing a similar problem when they are in the group, the new group of people. So let us see what kind of focus and something that you want to share here.
So I'll put 3 minutes on the clock, and as you see, you share with me this Zen song list, and that's also the magic on Butter. You can create many tools and share many tools. So let's start with your Zen list. And just let us know what's your point on connection before starting to work in group. The music player is down there, so if it's too loud, or if you don't like Zen music, or if you don't like music working, you can just control everything. So better collaboration. Everyone feels equal, empathize, build trust. Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, one more minute to go. Thank you, Kusuma, for this really Zen atmosphere. It's changing a lot from the Airspring playlist. I'd be super interested to copy all those ideas and see what we can do with our Miro AI friend.
Mm-hmm.
Force again. Amount part. So, if you're okay, guys, I'll just drive you to the upper side of the screen and share a few things. When you're working with a large group on Miro, you can, at the end, just clusterize things, or you can ask Miro to clusterize from you. And like here, I just ask by keywords to, find something about those your IDs. And as you see, they are really quickly sort in terms of collaboration, team support, open communication. And what would be nice, maybe at the end of the day, is also to ask a kind of synthesis on why it's important to foster meaningful connection. It's a short prompt. I'm just improvising here, selecting all your notes and generating a content documentation, as you see, from your brief. And this is the beauty of the Miro AI. It's every time very close to your facilitation or your team to deliver the value from all those notes. So once we have moved into this Miro AI stuff, of course, join the workshop on Miro AI we are building every month, and you'll know more about this. We have now this 15 minutes to work on the Zen Tango. And before Kusuma is giving you the instruction, keep in mind that these whole community events are just free forever. You can, of course, tip your facilitator and your creator to support the community. just have to flash those codes, and the transaction, they are super secure by Stripe. So is it a dollar? Is it $1 million? You're buying us a coffee, or you're making our day. So right now, Kusuma, I just unveiled your first Tangle retrospective activity. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much, Boris. I think this is one of the most playful thing in the Zen method. So if you ever try to, especially for adult, this activity actually, if you have a coloring book with the shapes, it help you to actually relaxing your muscle and also helping to regain your focus in your brain. So what you need to do in here is gather with in group in the team. I think Boris already set for the 3% for its picture, and then you can use the mirror tools there. This one using the drawing tools, pen tools. Sorry, you can select pen, and then you can select the colors, and then this the size, and also you can use the highlighter as well to create something like the color inside of this picture. So the the color will be like a relaxing effect for you. And then don't give direction to the other participant, just focusing on how you can collaborate in silence with your partners. So, and then after that, you can use a stickers on the especially for the cosmos reaction that Boris already prepared in the mirror. This is something that you can put in yourself and make it unique for your team. So I think I give it back to you, Boris, for starting this
Yeah,
fun
we can
activity.
put 15 minutes on the clock. And of course, if you want to work alone, it's not a problem. But basically, that's where the Asian wiseness is cool, is start to make this design with your fellow in the community. So just try to join a group by putting your name on player 1, 2, 3, where you want to work, and try to do your best with the pen and the drawing tools. That it's not an easy task on Miro, but with the time you can master and you can make crazy things. And at the end of the day, yeah, that's interesting. You have no intercom. You can't collaborate in other ways than just colors, shape on the board. So you have this 15 minutes, and of course, because it's a Zentrospective, we have those very quiet sound to make your journey through these tangles. And so you have the lasso where you can select the color if you want to change a color or change something. You can just experiment. Francesca, you stun me. And I can recognize Rodrigo to empower practitioner. You're the supportive guy, Rodrigo. It's amazing the way you are doing. So Kusuma, today I really learned how to use the pen in Miro. Very cool.
It's actually really useful, right?
Yeah. I
You
will
really
reconsider it for next year. How we
exactly.
can have a better, integration of this functionality. And just move a bit around other participants. Wow, we have a brilliant shark, but it's an anonymous player. We don't know who is making this beautiful.
It's me.
So, okay, you're the badass. For the people who also love to react, you know that you have a reaction mode in a Miro if you want to share love with your fellas. Of course, better analytics won't know that, but it's always a nice place. I'm working the work. I would love to bring some love to that team. Your turtle is so beautiful. I put a heart in the middle if you're okay. And on the elephant team, don't forget to say thanks to Rodrigo. Okay, a couple of more minutes, and after, if you're okay, and if you feel really zen, we can unveil all the other activity that are part of the Zentrospective framework. I can try to have a small yes or no quick poll. On butter, you can organize a very quick poll in a no time when you're not ready. And I was wondering, did you enjoy playing with colors on Miro? So as you see, most of you enjoy. So from Miro to Butters, there's really no excuse not to create a remote collaboration, a safe place, an interactive place, a multi-sensorial place. You have music, you have sound, you have poll. All of this can help you to craft remote trust, remote efficiency, and make your team, part of the world of tomorrow. We'll be almost done. Let me know when you're ready and when you want to unveil all the other beautiful templates that Kusuma built with our air team. Just send a thumbs up. Yeah, I got a one. Yeah, those are. So, if you feel comfortable, let's unveil your beautiful games, my dear Kusuma, and it's your time to present this. I may take the people to me right now in 3, 2, 1. You're with me, guys. Whoa. So, people are ready to play. That's amazing. He wants
Yes,
to introduce this sample and this board.
all right. Sorry to disrupt your concentration, guys. I knew that you're really intact with this kind of artsy things in the Zentangle, but I would like to introduce the other things that we developed. Thank you to Boris and also Chloe that helping me to create this beautiful template. So the first one is Zen Doodle because this is like I got inspired by the 30 circles activity from one of the creative agency called IDEO, and they have this activity in purpose to create a creative muscle in your brain and your activity. So I level up the challenge using the doodles instead. So the Zen doodle helping you like really drive your creative muscle within 1 minute. So you can draw abstracting illustration above the abstracting that I provided here. The shape is abstract. So use the creative
I'm buying the
muscle.
socks. Congratulations. Very nice.
Yeah.
So can we move now to the Zenstone? That was the most visual, and I really enjoy unveil this activity with you, Kusuma.
Yeah. Yeah, so this Zenstone actually inspired by the balance stone that usually trained by the Zen master. So what we need to do actually, we prioritize this activity suitable for you for the ice breaking during the team introduction. So you can reflect each other. First, reflect on yourself. What kind of priority in your life that you want to stack in this kind of thing? For example, like family is my priority, and then love, peace, happiness. So you give a kind of a order, and then you share with your friends or in your or with your team in the same group. Share the story why you decide this kind of stone stacks, why you choose family of love, peace, and happiness, and then this is helping you to like a building a connection with your team, and they get familiar with yourself. In even you don't need to like introduce yourself, but they understand the value that you bring.
Very, very interesting. When I saw that, I was like, okay, I want to share with the team how I'm feeling and what I want to bring, so I can be more like a European or Occidental, like more selfish, me, myself, and my feelings. And when I started to work with you, because it was like, oh, it's more about the team, the team value, what the team wants to achieve, what they want to share together. And I was like, whoa, man, that's much more exciting to start sharing value with the stones, with your team, and not just about you and your feeling. I had a good news. Actually, I have two good news. The first is this activity is available for free on the Mirrorverse. You have the link in the chat, and it has been published yesterday evening. So you can really enjoy this board. Of course, if you want more, you can have the full framework on the Air Store Spring, on the Air Spring store. I'm gonna get it. And opening the Mirrorverse, I just want to share it. It's prime time. I even didn't receive the email announcing. But the AirSprint and Air Generation community have been rewarded for being the top 3 most attendees events on 2024 for the Miro community. So it's all on you guys. You made the magic happen. Super, super happy to share this. Kusuma, do you want to proceed to the Zentangle? Everybody knows this now, but in Garden, I think it's the most. I think the most expert one on the collection.
Yeah, I think you have experienced this Zentangle. I just share it in the chat what you feel. And then we will really appreciate what you working with the random people here. I think some of them haven't met before, so that's really relevant. And the last one, actually, the Zen Garden. This one is similar, like how you create a safe space with the team. Similar to Zentangle, but this one you use assets of the provided assets like the ground, the rocks, and then the plants, the water.
Cool. Very cool.
And it could be something that you build on top of each other, so you collaborate each other.
Kusuma, we're running out of time, and I just want to close the presentation about the Zen-Inzo. That's the purpose of this full framework.
Yeah, so every template that we have mentioned before, actually Zen-Inzo is a kind of a companion. So when you're done with the activity, you can use Zen-Inzo as the prompt question to reflect what kind of achievement, what kind of excitement that you feel from the previous activity. So Zen-Inzo is a concept of the regaining focus on the activities. It's like reflecting back what kind of learning that you've been achieving.
It's kind of summary. It's a kind of summary of the previous previous activity. So, as I told you, if you are curious about this and just want to experiment, you can, of course, have more information on our AirSpring store. Stefan, thank you for your participation. I keep the other with me for the feedback and debrief. Of course, before you go, Stefan, if you want to reward Kusuma or myself for this time, you can just scan a quick QR code and feed it right after it. Last but not least, so we're now, as I told you, at the end of 2024 webinar. So we have run successfully from Marion to Jan to Veronique and to Kusuma right now, this webinar. more to come starting in February, our year starting in February. So I have something I really want to share with you on January 31st. It will be the first anniversary of this community. It's where everything starts last year, or this year, but in 25 it will be last year. And so we have created a save the date for you. We will run 2 sessions. One is for American, the other for Asia, and the same day. And so you can already register, and we will communicate the program when it will be done. One last thing I want you to do, really on purpose, is give your opinion. All those free events are built with our sponsor, and what they are expecting for us is just, to communicate how the things went, what are your feeling about, good feeling or even improvement feeling about this webinar. So this give your opinion. You just have to click, or I can also send the link in the chat if it's more easy for you. But that's the way also you can participate to our community by bringing your feedback, and it's really like less than 3 minutes, so no excuse. You can start to take the survey, and I guess it's almost the time to say goodbye, friends. I had a very great time with you, and because all of you members or newcomers, you are the stars of this community. So I like to finish my webinar with the starlights. And when you're done on the survey, you can just say goodbye. One more surprise. I just activate the soundboards for everybody on Butter. So if you want, you can do more than just a thumbs up. Now you can use all the super cool soundboards capacity from Butter.
Thank you, Daddy.
I had a very good time, a very great year with you. We have achieved so much. Thank you for all of you. Join us into the next session in January, or join our hub on Circle. It's the very beginning of everything, and 25 will be just huge when I see what we have accomplished now. And of course, great people in the room are also on the hub and ready to rock 25 with us. So I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you. Bravo.